So my name is Michael DeLu. Today is Tuesday, April 19th. Today is episode 92. I repeat, 92 on Pull Up the Tape. Okay, so let's just get right into it. The Warriors came out yesterday and had another dominant performance at the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. They beat the Nuggets 126 to 106. They blitzed. Like it all happened so quick too. It seemed like the Nuggets were up and then boom, just like that, they were down by like 40. That's what it felt like when I was watching again. I'm just like, damn, I really wanted this series to be competitive. I really wanted the Nuggets to get a game. I honestly do feel bad for them, but it is what it is. Like, and you know what was really interesting in watching yesterday's game is the fact that the Warriors had the Warriors are that toxic team that just makes everyone fight with each other. Yesterday, it was Will Barton and DeMarcus Cousins. They were arguing. Post-game, Kenny, Shaq, and Charles Barkley were arguing on how to defend the Warriors. And then it made me think, wait, didn't Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler and what's his name? Udonis Haslem get into it? And then I realized, damn, they were playing the Warriors when this happened. Like, bro, the Warriors are literally beating the shit out of teams and like have everyone confused on how to guard them, how to check. Like, it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. It's funny to see, and the Warriors are just stomping it's honestly crazy. Oh my god. So Stephen Curry came off the bench again. I don't think he'll be coming off the bench the next game. He had 34 points on 12 of 17 from the field, 5 of 10 from three, shot 50% from three. Jordan Poole, fucking incredible. Had almost damn near another 30-point game. He had 29 points, 10 of 16 from the field, 5 of 10 from three. Klay Thompson had 21 points. The 3G lineup, I don't know. I feel like they could have come up with a better name than that, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not really here to argue with it. But great team win by the Warriors. I mean, it is what it is. The Warriors go out and they handle their business. Like, they're gonna play and crush whoever's in front of them. They're not gonna give you the Warriors are not the Utah Jazz where they'll lose games to a team that they shouldn't lose to. No, if you're down superstars, you're down your key players in your rotation, we are gonna come out and we're gonna step on your fucking face and crush you. That's what the Warriors do. The Warriors are gonna come out, step on your face, and fucking crush you. And on top of fucking crushing teams, the Warriors are also going to have niggas ready to squabble each other on four in them grave. This nigga, Will Barton is like 6'6", right? This nigga was ready to fight DeMarcus Cousins off some shit DeMarcus Cousins said. Look, Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck were all arguing on the post game on the NBA on TNT. Udonis Haslem was ready to beat Jimmy Butler's ass a couple weeks ago. The common denominator is the Warriors. The Warriors are the toxic team that when you play them, shit's gonna go left. Niggas gonna want to fight each other. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Next time you switch. Like, that's literally what's happening. It's gonna happen the next round, and it's gonna happen to Phoenix. I personally think that the Golden State Warriors are going to the finals on the dead homies. Hey, the Warriors beat the Suns on Christmas at home. Not in Phoenix. The Warriors, this is without Klay Thompson. The Warriors beat the Phoenix Suns on Christmas. Remember, before all the injuries happened, the Warriors had the best record in the league. Don't forget that shit. Okay, so let me get to the Nuggets. So Nikola Jokic was ejected in the third quarter. And it's quite obvious that he's clearly frustrated because for various reasons. One is every time he gets the fucking ball, he's getting fouled by Draymond Green every single time, and it's rarely getting called. His teammates aren't stepping up at all. None of his teammates scored more than 12 points. Absolutely. He's not getting any help from any of them. None of them scored more than 12 points. That's fucking terrible. Like, and then also, so I can see why it's frustrating, whatever, but I'm going to have to hold him to a higher standard as he's about to, in a couple weeks, a week or two, he's going to be announced as the back-to-back MVP. Do you guys know in history how many times that's happened? It hasn't been many. And it's only happened 12 times, 11 or 12 times. I think he's going to be the 12th, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's going to be the 12th. So I had to hold him to a different standard. And the reason I'm not even mad that they're losing the games, it's how they're losing. Look, so in the past 2 games, Joker is averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in the last 2 games. His regular season numbers were 27, 14, and 8. He is down in every single statistical category. Everything. Like literally everything. All his numbers are down. When, in my opinion, what I feel like should be happening is a player of his caliber, he should be fucking dominating. Look, he's averaging 25, 10, and 5 when he should be averaging 35, like 15 and 10. Like, it should be a damn near triple. Bro, Nikola Jokic has to be the best player on the court. This is like, to even give them, bro, for the series to even be competitive. Like, and he's not even doing that. It's just like, bro, like he should be, like, first of all, Nikola Jokic is like 6'11", almost 260, 270, right? You're being guarded by Draymond fucking Green? Draymond Green? Are you kidding me? Draymond Green? Bro, can you imagine? Let's all literally picture this. Can we imagine Draymond? Let me look on this wall for some of the best centers in history. Can we imagine Draymond Green guarding David Robinson? Can we imagine Draymond Green guarding Hakeem Olajuwon? Can we imagine Draymond Green guarding Giannis? Can we imagine Draymond Green guarding Joel Embiid? Can we imagine Draymond Green guarding Dwight Howard in his fucking prime? Bro, come on now. Did y'all hear the names I just listed off? This is all 40 burgers. 40 pieces. What the fuck? He's averaging 25 points. He should be barbecue chicken this nigga. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, every play. Hey, Jokic should be like, he's a baby. He's too small. That is not happening. And that's why the Nuggets are getting ran like this. Shit don't make no sense. Bro, in the first game, Draymond held. Bro, when Draymond was the primary defender, Jokic was 6 to 15. That's not going to cut it. No. This series is over. It's not. Sweep. 1 game, sweep 4-1, whatever the fuck. I don't. It doesn't really matter how you want to paint that picture. This series is essentially over. There's not really much to talk about anymore. I'm not even gonna waste my breath anymore. And then on top of that, my nigga Jokic is out here getting fucking ejected. My nigga, are you kidding me? They need you, and you're getting ejected. Come on now, that's bullshit. Come on, Jokic, that's bullshit. So my next topic. I want to talk about this, and you probably won't hear me talk about this anytime soon, ever again. I mean, I don't even know when the last time I even said this, dude. Or the last time I even spoke about Colin, or not even spoke about Colin Kaepernick, or I even thought about Colin Kaepernick is his Netflix series on about his life, or about him trying to get a scholarship to go to Nevada, whatever his high school years. So. Colin Kaepernick was just on the I Am Athlete podcast with Chad Johnson, or Chad Ochocinco, Brandon Marshall. They have such a rotating panel, so I don't really know who else owns the shit or can make shots or whatever. But in 2017, he just appeared on that, and I just watched the episode yesterday. I mean, even though I don't think they really talked, I don't think he was really. I think they sat down with him and worked out with him and shit like that. But after that, I don't really feel like I've seen. Because I watched like 30 minutes of it, and it wasn't really after the initial scene with him when they were on the field. I didn't really see much of him at all. But in 2017, the NFL made the business decision to not have him in the NFL anymore for just a bunch of different reasons. I can't even just say it's one reason. And let's keep it 100. Colin Kaepernick sparked a movement that a lot of fans just truly didn't fuck with. And I mean, it doesn't come as a surprise. Like it's not a surprise that happened. A lot of people in this country aren't gonna sit well with people kneeling, and they take it as disrespect to the flag. I personally don't see it as that, but I mean, I can't fault them for thinking like that. I mean, it is what it is. I can't tell people how to perceive things or whatever. But Colin Kaepernick made it well known that he wants to play in the NFL again. And as I was watching that shit, I was just like, well, what's changed? Like, what led to this? Like, how did this become a thing? Like, why is this a thing now? Like, what exactly was your thought process leading up to this? Because I feel like in the past that he has had chances to play or, go about things the right way, and it just didn't happen. And it just made me think, like, what team is on it? What team is seriously going to want to do business with Colin Kaepernick? Like, can you guys think of any teams that would seriously actually want to do business with Colin Kaepernick? I personally can't think of any. I mean, at first he wanted like $20 million a year, which was never gonna fucking happen. Like, never gonna happen. Because even from what I remember, when Colin Kaepernick was last in the NFL, he was fucking trash. Like, truthfully, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, Colin Kaepernick he's being blackballed by the league, and it's not fair," which was true. But also, he was actually ass cheeks last time he was in the NFL. Like, he was not a let's not sit here and act like he was a stellar quarterback. He was a Pro Bowler or All-Pro quarterback, because that's the farthest thing from the truth. He was fucking ass. Let's talk about it. Let's really speak on it. Let's keep it 100. Keep it a thou wow. The nigga was ass. And then in 2019, the league organized this little tryout for him, and he botched that. Something about the waiver. All this other shit. His camp were like, oh, the league wants us to sign these waivers that essentially, oh, we can't sue this, we can't do this. The whole situation, in my opinion, was just messy as fuck. Seemed like a little fucking daytime TV, fucking little soap opera, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit. I personally wasn't fucking with it. I thought it was just odd. I'm like, my nigga, if you want to play football, play football. If you don't, like, just walk away from the fucking game. And now he's saying, oh, I'm willing to play under the veteran minimum, all these different things. And I personally think like, despite him not having played for 5 years, I still think he could be a backup quarterback in the league. There's some dudes in the league that are fucking like, I don't know. There's some dudes in the league that they said on the fucking podcast, Mike Glennon, he's way better than Mike Glennon. I could agree with that. Mike Glennon is fucking ass. And he said that he'll take a league minimum, and if he has to come in as a backup, that's fine, but that's not where he's staying. And here's my thing with that. First of all, I personally don't think he's good enough to be a starter. I'm gonna lay it out right there. I personally don't think he's good enough to be a starter. I support his movement. I support everything he said. No, not everything. I support his movement and what he stood for. The original basis of everything he was protesting was police brutality. That's literally the first thing. That's no different from what the NBA, what the players did in the bubble and all that shit. The first thing it wasn't racism or anything like that. It was legitimately police brutality. Okay, but considering all that has happened in the past 5 years and how there's this notion and there's this narrative that he's more concerned about being this public figure and this martyr than actually being a football player, it begs the question that why would teams want to why would anybody want to sign you? I personally feel like it's been way too long. Like it makes sense, okay? Because his logic is you can bring me on a veteran minimum, I can show you what I can do, and he honestly feels like he can be a backup quarterback in the league. Like I know that for a fact he can be a backup quarterback in the league, but his mindset is not to be a backup quarterback. His mindset is I want to come in, I want to win the starting job, but I don't feel like he's good enough to just come into any team and win the starting job. I don't feel like that's necessary. I don't feel like that's possible. I don't feel like he's good enough. I feel like it's been way too long. It's been like, and the notion that he's going to be able to come like, and then also remember the last time he was in the NFL, he was ass. So, but on the business side, it makes sense to bring him in because it's like you can get a really good backup quarterback at the fucking league minimum. So why the fuck not? But I just feel like ultimately a lot of teams are going to be fucking steered away. Well, first of all, a lot of teams are already steered away as is. They don't give a fuck what he said on this podcast. They don't give a fuck for what he has to say moving forward. But one, him saying I'm gonna come in as a backup, that's fine, but that's not where I'm staying. I feel like he should have kept that one. I don't know if he should have said that. And then ultimately, I just feel like it's not going to happen. There are. Look, I'm gonna say this. There's been fault on both sides. There are some things that I feel like Colin Kaepernick handled the wrong way, and I would be a fool to sit up here and say that Colin Kaepernick was not blackballed by the NFL. Colin Kaepernick has for sure been blackballed by the NFL. Like there's no secret. Like racism is a thing. The majority of the owners in the NFL are white. Fucking like it's. I don't even need to get into all that because I personally don't care about that shit. Like it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, business is business, and if you are a valuable asset, no matter whether you're fucking purple, green, yellow, Mexican, black, whatever the fuck it is, you will play on a fucking roster. Even if you're fucking gay. Look at the Raiders defensive end. Look at fucking Michael Sam. Michael Sam was in the NFL. Like it wasn't the most of, like it wasn't the most favorable thing, but it is what it is, bro. If you being on a roster lends to them being able to win games and ultimately the championship, they will play you on their roster. You will have a spot. You will have all that. But I just feel like unfortunately too much has been. I don't even understand why the fuck he wants to come back to the NFL. Like I feel, and I'm gonna give my personal thoughts on what the best course of action for him to do if he's serious about playing basketball is. But I just feel like in terms of the NFL. I feel like that's a burn bitch on both sides. Like, one, it's been way too long, and two, like a lot of teams will just look at him like he's not worth the trouble. Cause like it says, like I just feel like one, what would an owner like? How would an owner's fan like? Let's say the San Diego Chargers decided. No, let me not even say San Diego Chargers. Let's be realistic. Let's say the Seattle Seahawks who don't have a specific quarterback. I mean, a starting quarterback right now. Or the Carolina Panthers. What would the owner have to say to the fan base? Like, imagine if the fan base begins to protest and like it's not worth the trouble. Like, truthfully, it's not worth the trouble. And it's just been too long. It's just been too long. And then honest to God, I feel like if Colin Kaepernick, and then like I said, burn bridges on both sides. This nigga, let's not act like Colin Kaepernick hasn't said a bunch of horrible shit about the NFL. No matter how true the shit is, he publicized no matter how true the NFL is, he publicized the shit. Even put in his little Netflix documentary comparing the NFL to slavery and shit like that. Like, come on, my G. I don't know about that one. I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, but just to flat out say it and like literally like put like the fucking thing, like lay it out there like that, it's kind of crazy, bro. Kind of crazy. Like I said, been too long. A lot of teams will just look at him and he's not worth the trouble. And I feel like the only chance that Colin Kaepernick actually had of getting into the NFL was Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh interviewed for the Minnesota Vikings job this offseason. He didn't get it, but I mean, I feel like that would have been the only way he would have found his way back into the NFL. Jim Harbaugh for sure would have brought him on. Allowed him to keep a roster spot because Jim Harbaugh is actually a really big fan of him. Jim Harbaugh even talked about how he might want him to be a quarterbacks coach at Michigan while he's still there, or actually be a quarterback coach in the future for a team that he's the head coach of. But unfortunately, I just don't see this happening. I mean, I feel like if Colin Kaepernick wanted to actually get like his play professional football or play high level football, he should look into the USFL. I don't see why they wouldn't take him. He would be the biggest, and he would be the highest paid player in the league. He could command whatever reasonable salary. You know what I mean? He could be the highest paid earner in that league. But as far as making it back to the NFL, doubt it. Not happening. So with that being said, that concludes episode 92 of the Pull Up the Tape podcast. Okay, you already know what I'm finna get into. Long live my brother. Long live my brother. Okay, long live Pop Smoke. Whoa. Long live Nip. May the marathon continue. Long live V-Roy. Feel me? Free. Hey, man. Long live. Hey, long live Kobe. Long live GG. Free Chef G. Free Pooh Shiesty. You already know how we rocking, nigga. I'm out this bitch.